So let's look back at the same narrative budget slide we had before, and I've quickly added icons to it. I know that you would make yours more colorful and you would engage your parishioners' eyes by changing the format, but I want to show you how a very quick and limited change would make a substantial difference in presenting your stories. Now your eye tracks the information presented along with the icons as we move through the information. If I am scanning, which sometimes happens, especially when I'm online, it is much easier to hold onto the correct meaning of the content we've used because the icon is related to our ministry area. I can also see that there are many different ways in which people in our congregation are involved in ministry. Even if I'm not involved in these ministries, it's helpful for me to know about them so that I can tell others who might also be interested, or so I can pass this information on to those who may be in need of these services. So I spent about 10 minutes on Canva so I could give you some additional examples of how you might use the graphics and icons to tell stories of mission and ministry in your church. And if you are not familiar with Canva, it is an online design tool with free and paid options. And it's basically like having your own graphic designer. We love it. We love it. I think Julia spent a great portion of this week on Canva. I did not spend a lot of time on these, and I realized they look like it, but I wanted you to see what could be possible with the tools that you have at hand. I chose the Facebook post template because it's the social media platform that most churches would use. And it is certainly the one that most reflects the demographics of the people in the Episcopal Church. I also picked a few different templates to show you how you could use different components. So this one at the top left includes the ability to create layers and change transparencies. And these happen to be features that I like and I'm drawn to. You do have to be careful not to clutter the graphics, but I like how they draw the eye while using the space in a clever way. The template is actually a picture of blueberries, and it includes several other places for text, but I simplified it in the interest of time. This template actually offers text in different sizes and in different directions. It's also one of Canva's new animated graphics but it's a feature that I didn't include. This graphic here is actually animated there, but I didn't use that feature. I added the shell icon instead. I like to think of the templates as suggested offerings, and then I work from there. If you choose to use Canva, I hope you'll get comfortable with using the different text areas as you want, or even leaving some blank. I chose this one so that I can include more than one visual. I included the icon that I associate with the Bible, and then I found the altar book in our uploads and added text to refer to the continuation of worship and Bible study while we have been physically distant from one another. Again, there are multiple spaces for text of different sizes, colors, and fonts with the different visuals. I think this would be a great place to keep your story updated and refreshed. Maybe you met virtually for Bible study 3 times in March, but you were able to meet 12 times in April or 20 times in May. Don't stop telling the story of how you are meeting needs as your world changes. And this last one includes multiple places for pictures or graphics. I chose one of the icons, one for the logo, and one for the diocesan shield because I had them handy in the upload section. I think having this template lends itself nicely to the icons, maybe a picture of someone involved in the ministry area, maybe the logo itself. There's also plenty of space for text. Maybe the text is a quote from a person whose picture you've used. Maybe you're including information about all the kids who have learned their memory verses over the summer. The space is yours to tell the story the way that works best for you. So even though we've been talking about ways to use the characteristics of the human brain to better engage folks visually with the information from our church budget, we're not talking about creating a brand here or asking people to grab a Coke and a smile. Our work is about bringing the love of Jesus into the world and changing lives. Our work is about telling stories of our mission and ministries to our parishioners and to our community, and that is what is important. We need to know the work we're doing and not doing. We need to recognize and celebrate our successes, and we need to challenge ourselves to do better where we fall short. The visual budget is a tool to help us tell our story and enhance our ministry. When we know how we affect people's lives and make a difference in our community, we will know how to engage people more fully into a future that best serves the Jesus movement.